Good morning, Reg. How are you?
Good morning, Theodore. Good morning, my Danettes.
I got so many questions here. I don't know where to start, Reg.
Well, I know where you're headed, and I'm sure you're probably going to start with the whole LeBron James, we need a playmaker, Kevin Love, Carmelo Anthony drama. Dive in. Just dive in.
Okay. What do you make of the Knicks talking to the Cavaliers about Melo for Kevin Love?
Well, certainly, over the last month and a half, all the disagreements between Phil Jackson, Carmelo Anthony, and the drama that's surrounding the Knicks, the no trade in Carmelo's contract, which makes it, to me, he holds all the cards and makes it very difficult because he can pick and choose. And then, we obviously, read the newspapers yesterday, and it was the Cavs who turned down a possible Carmelo and Kevin Love situation. Number one, it's got to be very difficult if you're Kevin Love to be in that locker room. 2 years ago, you were hurt. You didn't even play during the playoffs, and they get to the finals, and Kyrie obviously was hurt in the finals, and they lose in 6. Last year, I thought he played very well during the playoffs and was a big part of their success. Being down 3-1, LeBron was absolutely spectacular. You win a championship, and for whatever reason, this year, you're on the trading block, and it's got to be difficult in the locker room, those plane rides, those bus rides, because your commander-in-chief is saying, we need help. I need help. I'm turning 33, and we need another playmaker. And you win a championship being down 3-1, and you pretty much stay the same. Everyone's assuming it's going to be the Golden State Warriors. We're up 3-1, and they lose, and they add an MVP in Kevin Durant. And I think that's what LeBron James is saying. We can't beat these guys. We cannot beat them presently constructed. So I need help. And it's almost like, I'm not saying he's pushing Kevin Love under the bus, but, it's his name that's out there.
Okay, what's Cleveland have to do here? And if they're doing something, who are they? They're going to have to trade somebody, I guess, because they don't have anything else to trade, do they?
You can't give up Kyrie Irving. You're not doing that. So obviously the most obvious choice would either be Tristan Thompson, but that kills your offensive rebound and that toughness for Cleveland. The logical choice probably is Kevin Love. And
would you trade him?
Depends on who I'm getting back. For Carmelo?
No. You need something other than that. Carmelo doesn't make them better than.
No, he doesn't. I'm with LeBron. I do think they need another playmaker, but is that another point guard? I know Rondo's on the block, but Rondo doesn't fit into what Cleveland wants to do. They need, when you say playmaker, you need a guy that can make shots. Not only can get his own shot, but can make shots, because Kyrie and LeBron are going to break down the defense with their dribble penetration. You need that playmaker to make plays. Rondo, he needs the ball in his hands to be successful.
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't
a
think
good.
that piece.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that piece works. So when LeBron says we need playmakers, or I need a playmaker, he's got to be a little bit more specific.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who that is, because when
who would be good for them?
Well, who's available for them is also a topic, because there'd be players that you would like, but that doesn't mean you're going to get them. And who are you going to get for Kevin Love? And is it going to be a straight up? Because I don't think they have first-round draft picks for a few years here. So I don't know what else you're going to do. I don't know how you can make it something magical where you're going to feel like you can compete with Golden State.
Numbers-wise, it would be easy to put the Carmelo, Kevin Love, and say, let's swap them out. But at this age of Carmelo's career, he's certainly not the rebounder that Kevin Love is. And he's certainly, even though he's, a top, 20, 25 scorer, he's not the same Carmelo, because I've done the last 2 Knicks games. And yes, he can still get you buckets, but he is not getting by guys like he used to. And he's settling for a lot of threes and a lot of jumpers. So, and he's older than Kevin Love.
By 4 years.
I just don't think, I don't see that. I think it's great for, talk radio and for us to kind of talk about it, but I can't see that happening.
There was something else that came up last night with Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler where it had to be awkward because they're in the locker room after a loss, and Dwayne Wade had this to say about his teammates.
I don't know what happened, but you continue to be in these kind of situations, lose games like this. When everyone don't care enough. You got to care enough, man. It got to mean that much to you to want to win, and it doesn't. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you fix it. It just doesn't mean enough for guys around here to want to win ball games. And, it pisses me off, but I can't be frustrated and I can't care too much for these guys. They got to care for themselves. So we got to do better.
What do you make of those comments?
Well, obviously he's putting his team on notice. This is a guy that's a three-time championship winner that understands what it takes to win. And winning, obviously, you look at the end of the games and the box scores, but winning, a lot goes into that. It goes into your preparation. It goes into your practice. It's how you carry yourself. And I think from afar, Dwayne is seeing the rest of his teammates and how they carry themselves, not only on the basketball court, but how they approach practice, how they approach each and every game. Are they mentally prepared? Are they watching tape? And this this may be a shot at management as well. Are we bringing in the right people for this organization to be successful? Maybe this is somewhat of kind of a shot like what LeBron James is doing. Maybe this will light a fire under those guys, because certainly the Chicago Bulls are underachieving right now. And I think Jimmy Butler kind of echoed, Dwayne's comments. These two guys are the two best players on this team, and they've underachieved.
But you're calling out your teammate. If I'm a reporter in that locker room, Reg, the first thing I ask is, who are you talking about? Like, 10 guys got to play tonight, so it's you and Jimmy Butler are calling out eight other guys, so just tell me who it is here. If we're going to air it like that, then I would just say, tell me who you're talking about here.
Well, that certainly would be probably the next question, which wasn't asked. And I'm sure they've had internal discussions, because this is not the first time Dwayne has come out and said that. Just, 10 days ago, he said the same thing, that he was embarrassed.
Yeah.
He apologized to the Chicago fans for putting a product like this on the floor. Yeah. So, this isn't the first time we've heard these words, from Dwayne Wade.
We're talking to Reggie Miller. Reg has the Grizzlies and Suns on Monday at 10:30 Eastern on TNT. Is Vince Carter a Hall of Famer?
Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. The question is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Really?
Is that the question?
No, I wondered if he was who's more of a Hall of Famer, Carmelo or Vince Carter?
That is a great question. This is how I judge Hall of Fame. To me, it's playoff success. I think, and Paulie can look this up as I speak, both have only been to maybe, one conference finals? Both have multiple All-Stars. I think Carmelo's at 9, and probably Vince is around that same number. Both have 20,000-plus points. That's a big, huge check mark in your favor, 20,000-plus. But to me, it's the playoff success. Both have not had that.
Who do you want as your teammate?
Wow. I would take them both. I would take them both.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't pass to two guys.
I would take Vince probably as my teammate. I would probably take Vince, and that's I like them both, but if you're asking me to pick one to be my small forward, I would probably go with Vince.
More likely to get the ball back if you threw it to him.
Vince, probably. But look, I will say this: the NBA Hall of Fame is not as strict as Major League Baseball or the NFL. So I think both eventually will get in. Well, here's a good case in point. Tracy McGrady is up for the Hall this year. He's a Hall of Fame player. Don't you think he'll get in this year? And he didn't have any playoff success, correct?
Yeah. Who's better, Vince or Tracy McGrady?
They're cousins, and I'm not going to pit cousins against one another. Don't even try and do that.
It felt like Tracy was a better player.
Certainly all-around player, yes.
I think we expected more out of Tracy. Like, you'd watch him and you go, it seems so easy for him that you expected more. But I think he had a 5-year window where, he was pretty incredible.
Oh, him and Kobe were going back and forth. They were the two best players.
He averaged 32 a game one season. By the way, did you see where Kobe volunteered to help out the Lakers?
I like that. I'm surprised it's taken this long for him to kind of volunteer that information up.
Would it help the Lakers if Kobe came back?
You mean like what, to play or just to mentor, D'Angelo and Jordan and those guys?
Maybe both. Maybe he's a mentor player.
Probably not the playing part, but definitely the mentorship I would take if I'm Mitch Kupchak or part of the Buss family.
But it's so, the Lakers were so fun, and then they've gone south so quickly here. And I know they don't.
2.5 months ago,
I loved them. I love the style.
Like, this is my team.
They are.
They're back.
Okay, would you rather have the Lakers' future or the Knicks' future?
Lakers' future.
All right.
So I'm with you on that. Would you rather have the Lakers' future or the Minnesota Timberwolves' future?
Man, I just feel like Minnesota. Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Minnesota. But they've been such a disappointment, man. Such a disappointment.
Would you rather have the Lakers' future or the Philadelphia 76ers' future?
I'm going to go 76ers.
Right now.
I'm going to go 76ers, and I don't even have Ben Simmons yet.
The Sixers are balling.
They are.
They are playing hard. And, the start of the season, people underestimated them. The process, I wish he would play more games, but he's not. I get it, the minute restrictions, but they are balling.
He's fun.
They play hard.
Yeah. He's fun. All right, Reg is going to somehow sell the Grizzlies and the Suns on Monday night. This is where you deserve an Emmy, Reg. 10:30 Eastern on TNT.
How are we getting these days? Look, though Memphis is a playoff team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Devin Booker. It's Reggie Miller 2.0.
I'm going to say Devin Booker's a better shooter than you right now.
And you know what? You're really getting under my skin right now, Theodore.
You think you're a better shooter than Devin Booker right now?
No, Devin Booker's a better shooter than I am right now.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But you know how my competitive juices flow when you talk about shooting? At 51, I think I can shoot with these young whippersnappers.
You can.
I know I can.
You can.
I know I can't.
Reg, you were the best shooter in the Garden the other night. When you said that.
Now, that I was. That I was. No disrespect to Bradley Beal or Otto Porter, but yes, I was the best shooter that particular night. I will not be in Memphis versus Phoenix because that will be Devin Booker will be the best shooter on the floor.
All right. Reg will be calling the Grizzlies Suns on Monday night, 10:30 Eastern on TNT. Reg, have
Theodore,
a great weekend.
Truly the best.
Thanks, buddy.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.